It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, you know what they say, all good things must come to an end. With the inaugural SAA flight from Johannesburg to Abu Dhabi, according to Ewan, it was an absolute pleasure. Well, while he reflects on this great trip, this is what his last day looks like.
Amidst the impressive Abu Dhabi skyline, the Emirates Palace stands out as a true icon. And that comes as no surprise because it is the most expensive hotel ever built.
The Emirates Palace came at a cost of $3.5 billion. To give you a comparison, the famous Burj Khalifa in Dubai cost around $1.5 billion.
Across the hotel, there are scattered 114 domes. This one above me being the largest, standing at 72.6 meters above the ground, and it is surrounded by the most luxurious suites. And then you also see the chandeliers hanging all around. Now, they are made from pure Swarovski crystals, and there are 1,002 of them all across the hotel. So, ladies, this is something for you guys. The heaviest one being 2.5 tons. But to top it all off, this that I have in my back pockets, my key to the palace.
There are 92 luxury suites and 302 grand rooms in coral, pearl and diamond categories. These high quality and elegant chambers are furnished to the highest level of comfort to offer an unforgettable stay with possible treasures around every corner.
You know, there's some very interesting things you'll find here at the palace. For instance, the world's very first gold vending machine, and it does exactly that. To put your credit card in and you're able to buy an 18-karat gold pendant. And also the prices are updated every 60 seconds, so you can be sure that you are buying these gold pendants at the right price. But if you think about it, it is quite daunting to buy gold from a vending machine, so they do have a pretty impressive return policy. All you need to do is keep the original packaging and the receipt, and you're able to get your money back. But I think for now, my credit card is staying put.
This royal experience go way beyond the facilities. Expect to be dazzled even when it comes to their signature coffee.
You know, I might not look like one right now, but I sure do feel like a prince sitting here in the palace. And I've just ordered myself a very princely drink. It's called the Emirates Palace Cappuccino. It is flaked with 24-karat edible gold. And that's an interesting fact because the hotel actually goes through 5 kilograms of 24-karat edible gold every year to decorate their pastries and also their coffee. So I'm wondering if I'm going to feel like a richer man after my drink. Just a message to Henny, our head of technical at Expresso. From now on, if you make my coffee in the morning, sir, the bar has been raised. This is what I will be expecting from now on, okay? Thank you, Henny. Appreciate it in advance. So let's give this a taste. For some reason, I'm really nervous, actually.
From having gold flakes on my lips to exploring the spacious and beautifully decorated lobbies, every moment spent at the palace makes you feel a little wealthier.
The idea initially was supposed to be a place where you can host delegations, when you can host head of states, kings and presidents. But then the idea turned into having this place where you can host head of states and at the same time as a hotel, whether they come for on vacation or businessmen, etc.
And for guests coming to stay over, what can they expect?
You expect to feel royalty without being king or queen. For example, if you stay and you're a family, you have a 1.5-kilometer beach, private beach. You have 2 swimming pools. One is for children, but also for adults. So you have water slides, you have lazy river. And then on the other side, you have a swimming pool where you can just lay back and you have hammocks and you can just relax.
But of course, the hotel is also open for day visitors who would like to experience a little bit of luxury as well.
It is the landmark of Abu Dhabi, so everyone is welcome because it's the facade of Abu Dhabi. You go to Paris, one of the must things to do is you go and visit Eiffel Tower. The same thing for Big Ben in London. That's the case in Abu Dhabi, Emirates Palace.
Described as a 7-star experience, the Emirates Palace was only opened in 2005. But life in this region was very different a few decades ago. I wanted to step back historically and get an understanding into yesterday's Abu Dhabi.
Standing here at the traditional Dow Harbour, you can really get a feel and a contrast between the modern Abu Dhabi with the tall skyscrapers and what life was like for the Emirati back in the day before the discovery of oil in 1958. They were just trying to make their living simply by fishing and pearl diving.
It was a great hardship here, and the fishing is still such an integral part of them because this was their main diet. So we're at the Dow Harbour right now in the Mina Port area, and this is the free zone area for all of this industry. We have the date souk, the fish souk, the plant souk. So these are the harbours. These people live on the boats. They come out and they fish. They sell their fish to the fish market, and the locals come and they buy the fish. They can take it to the fishmongers. They can actually even have it grilled before they take it home.
And I mean, is it still a good living to be a fisherman, even though Abu Dhabi is so modern nowadays?
Absolutely. There's so many different cultures and nationalities that come come here to make a living because what Abu Dhabi has to offer them is much more than they have in their own country. So they're very, very happy. We have the flags that are flying, and they're flying them out of happiness of being in Abu Dhabi.
From life by the ocean to traditions in the desert, I headed inland for another itinerary highlight and cultural insight.
As part of that experience, we're going to be doing some dune bashing, a little bit of old versus new. Of course, in the olden days, a couple of camels would have sufficed. But in the modern day, we prefer 270 horsepower under the hood, plus an expert driver.
A visit to the UAE is incomplete without a desert safari. This excursion is popular with tourists and offers some high-octane fun. Imagine being on a roller coaster without track limitations, skimming over magnificent dunes at speed whilst enjoying the glow of a magical sunset all around you.
You cannot forget that before it all started, this is what it was like, an empty desert. And in just over 40 years, it went from this to the incredible city that it is today, and definitely worth a visit.